Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky released a video today warning all of its international partners.
Зараз наша розвідка отримала інформацію про те, що Росія розглядає сценарій.
In the video, he says they've received information that Russia is considering a scenario of a terrorist act at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant with the release of radiation. Zelensky reminding world leaders that radiation has no state borders and who it will hit is determined only by the wind direction. Russia's troops have been occupying the 6-reactor complex for most of the war, the biggest nuclear plant in Europe. But the Kremlin spokesperson says it's not true. The spokesperson says inspectors from the International Atomic Energy Agency just visited the plant and gave it a high rating.
There has been this history of recklessness on the part of Russia. And I think this is what President Zelensky is trying to do. By exposing possible Russian plans, he is trying to deter Russia. He's trying to force Russia to be less reckless.
So this is very important that it's being exposed and therefore made less likely to happen. It doesn't surprise me that Russia would take this kind of action because, the international experts sort of have come down that Russia is the one who likely did the damage to the Kakhovka dam in Ukraine. And so this would be another example of sort of a radical measure to try to change the tide of the war.
Zelensky's video comes just days after Ukraine's military chief accused Russia of mining the cooling pond, which is used to moderate the temperature at the plant. Earlier this month, the Kakhovka Dam was destroyed, resulting in lower water levels at a reservoir, which is used to refill the pond and prevent the reactors from potentially overheating. Meanwhile, Russia-backed officials say an explosion damaged a bridge that is one of the few links between Crimea and Ukraine's mainland.
Очередное бессмысленное действие по указке из Лондона, сделанное киевским режимом. Это ничего не решает для результатов спецоперации.
A spokesperson for Ukraine's defense ministry didn't confirm Ukraine's involvement.
That's been Ukraine's policy, and it's a wise policy. In other words, whenever they're attacking certain parts of areas that Russia claims as its own, they'll be ambiguous regarding whether they did it or not, particularly if it's Russian recognized territory. In the case of Crimea, that's actually internationally recognized as Ukrainian territory, even though Russia has controlled it and occupied it since 2014. So in that case, they're just sort of playing sort of cat and mouse